The Bible contains the history of God coming to this earth in the flesh, assuming the form of a man, and working for the salvation of mankind. When God came to this earth in the flesh, what was he called? He was called by the name Jesus. He had eyes, a nose, a mouth, ears, and internal organs, just like us. He came to this earth in the form of a human body. Do you know how many people said, "I believe in God," when he came to this earth in human form? It was the entire nation, everyone. All the Israelites were in a position of believing in God. However, when God came to this earth in the flesh, was there anyone who recognized him? They did not understand God correctly. Let's take a look at Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6. In chapter 9, verse 6, it is written, "For to us a child is born, to us a son is given." Whom does the child here represent? About 700 years before the coming of Jesus Christ, it was prophesied that he would come to earth in the form of a child, that is, in the flesh. "For to us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government will be on his shoulders, and he will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty Who." In what form does God come to this earth? It was prophesied that he would come to this earth in the form of a child, as a son. Mighty God. What about next? Everlasting Father. He is originally our eternal God, the Father. This is the prophecy of the prophet, foretelling that God the Father would come to this earth in the flesh, taking the form of a son. Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. When you look at verse 7, of the greatness of his government and peace, there will be no end. He will reign on David's throne and over his kingdom, establishing and upholding it with justice and righteousness from that time on and forever. The zeal of the Lord Almighty will accomplish this. In the last words, it is assured that God will certainly fulfill this prophecy with all his zeal. Then in what form does God come to this earth? He comes in the form of a human. Isn't it that a human being is born as a baby, grows, and matures into an adult? He will follow this very same process. However, what is his true nature, his true essence? The Bible prophesies, he is the everlasting God, the everlasting Father. According to this prophecy, Jesus Christ was born in Bethlehem and raised in Nazareth. At the age of 30, he was baptized by John the Baptist and began to preach the gospel. He appeared on this earth in the flesh to show the bright light of truth to human beings trapped in darkness, and to fully reveal the glorious path that leads to the kingdom of heaven. When Jesus Christ came to this earth in human form, just like us, and preached the gospel, there were many established religious leaders of that time who claimed to believe in God. The Bible refers to them as the Pharisees and teachers of the law, those who claimed to know the Scriptures well, described the faith that Jesus preached and taught to the Israelites as, "This is a new religion." According to the law of the Old Testament, the most important sacrifices were animals. But Jesus' teaching was completely different. He said, it is important to have faith in God. Then what did they call Jesus? Because he was from Nazareth, they labeled him a Nazarene sect. They failed to recognize that the God they believed in had come to this earth in the flesh. Instead, they ridiculed and opposed him, calling him the Nazarene sect.